For those who are new here, hi, I'm Gabi, your sassy big sister, an EFT coach, a mindset shifting coach, a law of assumption coach, and a master NLP practitioner here with Create Your Future. And I help you dive deep into the law of assumption to figure out how to make it work for you. And today we have something completely special for you. But before we dig in, we're giving away a free course on how to identify and remove your blocks so you can stop sabotaging yourself and start manifesting like a pro. That's in the description box below. And you're about to hear a story that proves Neville was right. Assumptions harden into fact. My client went from being devastated by a third party to having her SP not only cut the third party off, but transform into the most loyal, protective, and loving partner she's ever known. If you have ever thought that third party has all the power and I will never get my SP, keep watching. This story will show you how quickly everything can flip when you choose a new state. And yes, just so you know, I am still running my amazing biggest coaching sale yet, October 1st through October 5th. 40% off all of my courses, affirmation tracks, and coaching except for NLP. And I am now offering 15-minute law of assumption power check-ins. So you can grab a 15-minute session with me to just tweak your manifestation process or to get you back on track if you've been spiraling, just that we can get you the life that you desire. So let's jump in. Okay, here's what my client wrote after our sessions. Hi, Gabi. When I first found you, I was exhausted. My SP was seeing someone else. He told me he wasn't ready for commitment and he acted hot and cold. With me, he was distant, distracted, half present. With her, he looked happy and light. It absolutely crushed me. After our session, you reminded me there is no one to change but self. You said in our session that the third party was only a reflection of my assumption that I wasn't chosen. That hit me hard, but it also gave me my power back. I decided I wasn't going to live in that old story anymore. Every day, I started to affirm in the mirror work that you gave me, I am chosen, I'm the priority, I am the one and the only one. At night, I did do sats and imagine him showing up completely different, devoted, affectionate, and proud to claim me. And there were times where I would start to spiral during the day, and I used the questioning process that you gave me, and I would tell myself that I am the love of his life, that I can never be lost because I am the greatest. At first, nothing changed in my 3D. In fact, he posted pictures with her, and I almost gave up. But you told me the old state will die. You just need to persist. So I did. Then everything shifted. One night, he showed up at my door crying. He said he felt empty with her and alive with me. He confessed he had ended things with her, blocked her on all social media, and told her not to contact him again. He said to me, I cannot lose you. You're my safe place. And that was just the beginning. The man who once wouldn't even introduce me to his friends, he's now proudly holding my hand in public, introducing me as his girlfriend. He even took me to meet his parents, something I thought would never happen. He started texting me every morning and night without fail, planning dates in advance, and even canceling nights out with friends just to spend time with me. The cold, distant man who once avoided deep talks now opens up about his dreams, his fears, and his childhood. He told me, I used to run from relationships because I thought they would trap me. With you, I feel free, I feel safe, and more like myself than I ever have. The biggest shock, he started planning our future. He suggested a trip to Italy next year. He's talked about us moving in together, and he's even started to joke about baby names. This is not the same man I met. The third party didn't just disappear. He became the version of everything I've ever wanted in a partner. And Gabi, it only happened when I finally assumed my power. Thank you for reminding me that I was always the chosen one. So let's break this down. There's a gold mine of wisdom in this one client success story. So the first thing is a state change equals a personality change. So when you occupy a new state or when you start to embody the version of you who already has your desire, others must play their roles to match. This is everyone as you push out. my client, stopped being the unwanted one. And instead, she stepped into the version of her that is chosen. Her SP had no choice but to conform and reflect that back to her that she was chosen. Another point here, the third party vanished because she stopped feeding it. What do I mean? The moment that she refused to give the third party her focus, it collapsed. She persisted in the new reality and the 3D restructured. So if you have watched my videos before or you've coached with me, you know that I will tell you what you put your awareness on is what you consistently are giving truth to, which is what manifests. So if you are putting your awareness on the third party by going to their social media account, by, I don't know, driving by their work, hopefully you're not doing that, by checking the phone, etc., you are giving your awareness that there's a third party. You're putting your energy and your focus on that. And so what you're telling yourself is that is true. We don't manifest what we want, we manifest what is true. So you are manifesting more of that to show up into your reality. So how do you drop a third party? You give it light and love and say, give it up, let it go. Don't focus on it. Because when you don't focus on it, that is how it collapses. Okay. Now, how did she get her entire character for her SP to 180? Guys, this is probably the most amazing thing you will ever witness in your life, is to see someone do a complete 180 in front of you. I've witnessed it myself with my own fiance. This is key. When you focus on the version of you who is living the life, the experience, the relationship, the dream job, whatever, then what happens is they have to reflect it back to you. Her old version of her SP could not show up and sustain because she herself was different. She herself was a different version of her. So not only did he drop the third party, but he became open, affectionate, and committed because she moved and embodied to the new state of I'm desired and secure. And that demanded the new version of her SP to show up. That had to be reflected back. And then the bridge of incidents. So do you notice how she mentioned that it got worse at first? So she did spiral, and we talked through that. This is the old state breaking down. This is where persistence comes into play. When you start to see things outside of you that are getting worse, or when you see things outside of you and you're telling yourself there's no movement, then this is when you need to persist, okay? Because when you persist, your new reality will harden into fact. So what can you take from this? Well, one, you need to decide who you are. Are you the one who gets left for third parties or the one who is always chosen? Choose your state now. Then you need to intend it. So whether that means you are affirming it, whether that means you are intending it, whether that means you are scripting it, whatever that means for you, whatever technique you are using, however you are choosing to embody it, if you're choosing to use the questioning process that I do, whatever you're choosing, you need to embody it. Live from the end. Decide, who would I be? What would I be thinking? Immerse yourself into that version of you. The version of you who is chosen is completely different than the version of you who has third parties picked over them. Okay, so the version of you who is chosen is typically secure. She's typically, or he is typically content, confident, stable. There isn't a lot of dysregulation happening because you are solid in the knowing of your power and your worth, right? So you need to identify who you are as that person. And then you need to live from the end. That doesn't mean fake it. That doesn't mean put another, plate at the table. What that means is you need to start thinking like it. The inner conversations that you have with yourself, that little conversation that you're having in your head right now, when you get up in the morning and you're like, oh, I don't feel good. I look like crap. I don't want to get dressed nicely. I don't want to do my hair or my makeup or whatever. That little conversation you should be having as the version of you who already has your desire, who's already embodying and living from that space. Okay. And then lastly, persist no matter what. Even if the 3D screams the opposite, remember, it is old news. Do not accept it as final. Do not accept it as truth, because we manifest what we believe to be true. So if you're telling yourself that the 3D is true, then you are literally manifesting more of that into your life, right? So when you do this, and it's not just about removing a third party, it's about transforming your entire relationship dynamic when you do all of this. And this is what Neville meant when he said assumption persisted in will harden into fact. It hardens into fact. It literally changes you and everyone around you. And it will be instantaneous. It will. So listen, babes, if you are ready to create your own transformation story, here's what I've got for you. October 1st to October 5th, again, running that sale, 40% off. This is the biggest sale yet that I've ever done. So 40% off of courses, affirmation tracks, and coaching, everything except for NLP. And if you just need a quick check-in, I'm here, 15 minutes. Book it, okay? Those little power check-ins, they're fantastic. I can't tell you how many clients are loving that, okay? This is your time to step into your power and to stop spiraling over third parties once and for all. Okay, so go ahead. I want you to drop a comment below. I want you to tell me that you're chosen. I want you to tell me that you're adored. I want you to tell me that you are the only one. But when you drop that comment, I want you to declare it and step into it. Okay, hit that like button, share this video, subscribe for more sassy, no nonsense big sister coaching. And remember, we don't do desperate. We do desired. You are chosen, and you are chosen the second that you decide it. I love you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.